Sugary soft drinks represent one of the most harmful categories of modern food consumption. These beverages, often marketed as refreshing and energizing, are in reality among the most concentrated sources of added sugar in the global diet. The damage they inflict on human health is both immediate and long-term, and yet their popularity continues to rise, especially among children, adolescents, and young adults. It is crucial to understand exactly how and why these drinks are dangerous, and to realize that regular consumption can lead to a cascade of chronic health issues that extend far beyond simple weight gain. At their core, sugary soft drinks are composed primarily of carbonated water, artificial flavorings, and a staggering amount of added sugar, often in the form of high-fructose corn syrup or sucrose. A single 12-ounce can typically contains between 35 to 45 grams of sugar, which is equivalent to 9 to 11 teaspoons. This is more than the American Heart Association's recommended daily intake of added sugar for an adult, consumed in just one serving. What makes this especially insidious is that this sugar is delivered in liquid form, bypassing many of the body's natural satiety signals. Unlike solid foods, sugary beverages do not promote feelings of fullness, which means people can consume hundreds of calories in mere minutes without feeling satisfied. This directly contributes to calorie overconsumption and weight gain. Obesity is the most immediate and visible consequence of frequent soft drink consumption. The surplus of sugar calories, compounded by the absence of any nutritional value, no fiber, no protein, no healthy fats, no vitamins or minerals, leads to rapid fat accumulation, especially around the abdomen. This visceral fat is particularly dangerous as it surrounds vital organs and is strongly associated with increased inflammation and insulin resistance. Over time, this can progress into full-blown metabolic syndrome, a cluster of conditions that dramatically raises the risk of heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes. The link between sugary drinks and type 2 diabetes is especially well established. Research shows that people who consume one or more sugary beverages per day have a significantly higher risk of developing diabetes compared to those who rarely or never consume them. The mechanism is fairly straightforward. Repeated spikes in blood sugar and insulin levels, triggered by the high glycemic load of these drinks, overwhelm the body's ability to regulate glucose. Eventually, the pancreas can no longer keep up and insulin sensitivity drops. This not only sets the stage for diabetes, but also exacerbates weight gain, creating a vicious cycle that becomes harder to escape the longer it continues. Beyond diabetes and obesity, sugary soft drinks are now being implicated in the development of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD. The high fructose content in many soft drinks is metabolized almost exclusively in the liver. When consumed in excess, this sugar is converted into fat, much of which stays in the liver, leading to inflammation, scarring, and in severe cases, liver failure. What makes this condition especially alarming is that it can develop silently, without noticeable symptoms, until significant liver damage has already occurred. Cardiovascular health also takes a major hit. Excess sugar intake from beverages has been shown to increase triglyceride levels, lower HDL, good cholesterol, and promote inflammation, all of which are risk factors for atherosclerosis, or hardening of the arteries. People who consume sugary drinks regularly are at a significantly higher risk of heart attacks and strokes, even when body weight is taken into account. The damage here is systemic and accumulative. The longer these beverages are consumed, the more the cardiovascular system degrades, often without warning until a life-threatening event occurs. It doesn't end there. Regular consumption of sugary soft drinks has also been linked to certain cancers. Some studies have found a correlation between high sugar intake and increased risk of pancreatic, colorectal, and breast cancers. The underlying mechanisms are still being studied, but chronic inflammation, insulin resistance, and increased levels of insulin-like growth factors all play a role in fueling tumor development. While sugar itself doesn't cause cancer in a direct sense, the metabolic environment created by excessive sugar intake appears to be fertile ground for cancerous cells to grow and spread. Tooth decay is perhaps the most immediately noticeable consequence of drinking soft drinks, but it is by no means the least serious. The acidic nature of carbonated drinks, combined with their sugar content, creates the perfect storm for dental erosion and cavities. Over time, this can lead to chronic dental infections, gum disease, and even tooth loss. For children and adolescents, whose teeth are still developing, the damage can be both rapid and severe. What makes all of this particularly troubling is that the body does not need any added sugar to function. None. Sugary soft drinks provide zero essential nutrients, yet they impose a heavy toll on virtually every organ system. Their widespread availability, aggressive marketing, and association with lifestyle and leisure make them especially dangerous in societies where food environments are already pushing people toward high-calorie, low-nutrient choices. In conclusion, sugary soft drinks are not just bad for health, they are actively destructive. Their regular consumption is a reliable predictor of future chronic illness, and the damage they cause begins far earlier than most people realize. Choosing to cut out or drastically reduce these beverages from your diet may be one of the most impactful health decisions you can make. The science is clear, the risks are serious, and the harm is often irreversible. This is not simply about moderation anymore. It is about recognizing a clear and present danger in what has become a disturbingly normalized part of the modern diet.